Hey guys, how's it going? Webhub Sishanti here. In this video, we'll talk about how to automatically connect to all the data, to the connections on LinkedIn in scale. Yes, in last few videos, we found out ways on how to find the right set of audience that could be great connections for you. There are multiple methods that I've shared with you guys. You can choose whichever works the best for you, right? Or you can make a mix match of things, however you want to work, right? But in this video, I'll show you one way of connecting with people automatically. Before getting started, I would say that guys, you are getting in touch with about 100 people max per day, right? You want to send around 100 invitations, or let's say a maximum of 200 invitations per day, right? This is something which you can easily do manually if you take out 15 minutes of your time on an everyday basis. Just block 15 minutes of your calendar on an everyday basis and do it manually, and just stay away from automation. That's what I would say. That's exactly how I used to do it, right? Using automation is just too scary, even though I know a lot of people use it, but it's just too scary to use. So I strongly suggest you to do it manually. But if you're someone who doesn't want to do it manually, you want automation, here is one way of doing it, right? Let's get started with this. All right, let's say that we are trying to get in touch, just for this example, right, with all the post commenters of the Neil Patel's data, right? There are two ways of doing it. We basically need this data as input to a new API which is called as LinkedIn Network Booster. What this API will do is actually send out invitations automatically on LinkedIn to all the list of people that you feed it, right? So there are two ways of doing it. That is, one is downloading the CSV. Once you download this, right, you have to upload this on Google Drive and share the CSV like we did in the last hack. Just upload this onto Google Drive and then copy the link of the URL and paste it. So this works great when you have multiple sources. You combine all of them. You actually don't need all of this data. You can just delete it, right? You can combine all of this. Once you combine all of this, just paste this data on Google Drive and upload and share the link with this API. If not, the other way of doing it is like this, where you right click on results.csv and copy the link. This is also a way to connect things. Let's say you have figured out a way to which is automatically fetching you the top commenters of a different post on an automatic basis, right? And you want to automate this. So the way you automate this is copy link and you can paste this as a CSV. So this is the main API that we would be using for this process. That is the process one. Click on use this API. This would open up. You can see LinkedIn Network Booster. Click on the three dots. As usual, you can paste the CSV here. As you can see, it ends with result.csv. We need the session cookie. Let's try to pull it from here, as we already have the session cookie here. Control C, Control V. Number of invitations per launch. That is, how many invitations do you want to send per one launch. Let's say I would make it, let's say 10. And this is a beauty. You can send a custom note, and I strongly recommend you to have a basic custom note. But if you're trying to sell something, don't have that information here, because this doesn't go in as a message. There is no pop-up, there is no notification, but it goes in as a note, right? What do I mean by note? Let me quickly show you what do I mean by a note, right? I should have a few invitations with notes. There you go. All right, this is my profile. Let me go to network. There could be a few. Show more. Yes, there's 1600 pending invitations. There you go. So this is how it will go, like, right? For someone who has a lot of invitations, having a note will actually increase, like, on multiple folds, increase a person to accept your request. All right, so you can see there's a nice note on why he's trying to send me a request. So there's a very good chance I might accept this. Though I'm going to go through all of these later. There's a big list of 1600 people that I have to go through, but any which ways, you get the idea. So having a good note is very important. So as you can see, you can fill in things like first name, and there are more tags available. You can tap on this and you can see the kind of information that you can enter. Let's quickly check this out. I think you can enter first name, last name. Anyways, I mean, the most important one is the first name. So, hey, first name, I've added thanks to the awesome Phantom Buster script. Definitely, we don't want this. You can say something like, would love to get in touch with you. Get connected with you since we have common interests. Something like that. Best regards. I would keep it very small. I might want to make it more specific, but this is just an example, right? Best regards. This is perfect. This is just for an example. So with every launch, it will send 30 different invitations. The number of seconds to wait before checking if the invitations were correct recently is 30 seconds. All right. So the other thing, I mean, the beauty of this is it's going to send invitations on the go without having any problem. Now the other amazing thing that you can do with this tool is actually look for their email. For that you have multiple ways of doing it. Phantom Buster, it also has its own service, but with growth hacking version, I think it allows around 15 new email discoveries per day. But hunter.io is something that you can use. Let me quickly show you what hunter.io is. It's basically a tool which is for email discovery. You can go to pricing. It costs you $34 to get 1,000 emails, $69 to get 5,000 emails, $139 to get 20,000 emails. So something like a $69 should be good enough, but you are going to get 5,000 emails. You're doing something like a sales sequence. This is very powerful. In fact, we are going to get to something like this on a later on stage where we would talk about sales sequence, but this is just to get you an idea. But let's stick to the basics here, not fluctuate way too much. All right, so just for an example, I'll choose Phantom Buster. All right, that's more about this. Let's rock and roll. Click on save and hit launch. Okay, there's an issue with the session cookie. Let's quickly grab a new session cookie. Oh, since I logged out, the session cookie is invalid now, obviously. So let's log in into my friend's account again. Right click, inspect, application, copy the Liet cookie, pasted it here, save, launch. Let's see if this works this time. It's going to send 10 invitations at once at one launch. Successfully connected, scraped the first 10 profiles, and it's loading data. As you can see, everything is automatic here. You can see this running. As you see, it's going to take a little longer. The reason being it's trying to look for the email ID too. So I'm just going to pause it and get back to this once it is done. Alright guys, it took a while to scrape all the data. The reason being it is also looking for an email address. Right now that it has scraped the data, you can see that the process is over. It was able to send, it has processed all the 10 profiles. Let's see the results. Just click on download. Alright, as you can see, it has got a lot of things. It has got the image URL, first name, last name, full name, connection, LinkedIn sales navigator URL, company URL, job title. It's got loads of data, as you can see. And let's scroll. It has got all the skills, every possible information, and let's look for the email address. Right? All you got. There you go. Okay, this is not the one. There you go. This is the one. Mail from Drop Connect. Out of 10 profiles, this tool was able to find about there you go. This tool was able to find 1, 2, 3, and 4. This tool was able to find 3 emails out of 10 profiles on the go. Now there's a way to automate all of these things, and I'm going to talk about it on a later video, but you get an idea, right? Out of 10 invitations that you sent, automatically invitations are sent with a quick note and their emails are also found. 3 emails of these 10 people are also found. How powerful is that, right? So that's more about this process of sending unlimited invitations on automated processes, automated way. We'll quickly jump into the next one in the next video. See you on the other side.